We want to greet you today. I'm in my office today. We're getting ready to go on a little road trip. The wife and I has a marriage today that's been going for 61 years from 1957. Can you imagine? We have one of those marriages that had a beginning, but it has no ending, and that is a wonderful thing. And when you look into the Bible, if you make the Bible and God the chief cornerstone of your house, that's the way it is. You'll have a beginning and there'll be no ending. I thought about how God done it even when he created man in Genesis. The word said in 1:27, it said God created man in his own image. In the image of God created he him, male and female created he them, and he gave them. You got to get that, mister. And he gave them power. That means he gave both in the house power. That means the wife has got her place. That means the husband has got his place. And one doesn't dominate over the other. When we talk about the man being the head of the house, that doesn't mean he's the boss of the house. It means he holds the stronghold of the house. He stands at the door to protect his family. He goes to work to create money to give them what they need. Because you see, we also understand that when God created man, he created him first by himself. And then the word said that when he looked and seen man, he said, hey, wait a minute, man's not doing too well on his own. I hate to tell you this, but I would never have done as good as I've done had I been alone. I needed Dutchie. But by the same token, Dutchie needed me. We needed one another to make it work. Because you see, when God reached into Adam and he took out that side and opened it up and took out one of his bones and made him a bride. Who was the bride? He reached into Adam and took out of him a rib and made a bride for Adam so they could both be together. Both of them have the power to make things work in life. That's what it is in marriage. Marriage is not easy. Never has been, never will be. But I can tell you one thing. When you take this word, it works and it keeps you going. Because you see, as sure as the second man Adam on the cross, when they pierced his side, and the Bible said out came the water and out came the blood, and one was for redemption and one was for cleansing. That was the bride of Christ. That's me. I am part of the bride of Christ, and therefore he has become my protector. He does take care of me. And it's the same way with man. We have the ability to take care of our wives, which was taken out of the side of Adam. Isn't that a wonderful thing to know that God had such a layout that he put, when he made man, he put the woman inside, and then he took the woman out and said to Adam, now you must take care of her. You make sure she's provided for. And when I say provision, I'm not talking about how much money you can give her, how great her house is, or how much you own. I'm talking about the fact that you give one another affection when there is problems. When I get discouraged and despondent over the years, I have probably quit the ministry so many different times, but my little bride, she's always there to say, it's going to work, God's going to bless us. And you know what? That's the way it has been, and that's the way God wants it for you. So remember, sir, in your house, you're not just the boss. You're not just the head of the house, because you see, you got a lady in that house raising your children, taking care of your house, taking care of you. So therefore, both of you have the strength to take care of one another. It is our job to help protect one another. So I want to encourage you as Dutch and I today head on down the highway to enjoy our 61 years of marriage. I'd love to say marriage and just blissfully through life, but it wasn't that way. We had to work at it. We had to labor at it, but we're still together. We still love one another, and I'm going to do my best to protect her until the Lord comes. Because you see, our marriage has a beginning, thank God it's had no ending. God bless you today. Dutch and I are going to have a great time. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.